Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Big Country Conversations, where we talk to folks from around the big country who have some updates about what's going on in their community, stuff they'd like for us all to know about. And today we have Mary Adcock from Ballinger, Texas with us. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you
I'm
today?
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Now, you are from Ballinger, but recently you've actually moved a little bit out of town, but we can still say you're from Ballinger.
Sure.
Right?
Originally, I'm from Abilene, was actually born here at Hendrick when it was Hendrick Medical Center, the old hospital, many generations of my family. So I've been here around Big Country for the majority of my life.
So you're an Abilenian originally.
I am.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
So then you became what do you call a Ballingerite? Do you say a Ballingerite? You don't say a Ballingerian. You say a Ballingerite.
I would say Ballingerite sounds about right.
Yeah. I say, I like what you did there. Ballingerite sounds about right. Okay, so you're in Ballinger. You work for the hospital.
Yes, I work for Ballinger Memorial Hospital District there. I'm marketing and public relations.
And also for the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, I'm the president and chair of our Ballinger Area Chamber of Commerce, and I represent our hospital on there.
Yeah, all right, cool. So you really today, if I ask you what's the best restaurant in Ballinger, you're going to tell me like 20 who all happen to be members of the chamber.
Most definitely. I would say our chamber members have the best restaurants in town. And if you like Mexican food, that is what we specialize in. You can get a plethora there of all different varieties.
A veritable cornucopia.
Definitely. So something for every taste bud around town.
All right. Well, I like that. But you've got a lot of stuff coming up for the holidays.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. This is our busy time of year.
So first thing I want to talk about, though, before we get to the holidays, has to do with hunting season.
That's right.
You've got a big hunter's dinner event coming up, and those always fascinate me. I hear about them in different communities. I'd like to know the tradition. I'd like to know what happens at that. And like, do people run across the stage and take shots at different moving targets, or is not that's not what you do there?
Oh, they shoot before and after they come, so no shooting at hunter's dinner, but it's really great. That kicks off deer hunting season that weekend. It's November 1st. We have hunters come from all over because the Ballinger area is great for hunting. There are so many deer leases and hunting places around the area. And that night, we open up the doors to our community center. Half of the community center is the Chamber of Commerce. This is our big fundraiser for the year. We don't collect a lot of hot funds and have economic development in Ballinger, so we really do rely on these fundraising events to fund us for the next year so we can continue to provide fun things for town.
So is it like for the hunters, or is it just kind of celebrating the hunting season?
Oh, yes. It's just hunter appreciation.
Oh, okay.
So it's for the hunters and just to show our appreciation for what all they do for us.
You get folks that come in from out of town and all the whole area, or is it just really Ballinger?
Oh, no. We'll have them from all over. So we check if they're 75 miles and over, and they get a free meal with 4-H. The chamber covers that cost for them. It's big.
Wait. Let's go back there. So if somebody comes from 75 miles or more away,
right,
they get dinner free?
Yes. If they're traveling that far to come hunt there in the Ballinger area, we really want to treat them.
How far from Abilene to Ballinger?
That is not 75 miles, so you would have to be a little further out than Abilene.
I live in Anson. So,
well, you're pretty close then.
Wait, I live in Stamford, so I'm going to keep going north till I get my free dinner. I like it. So people it's a lot of fun, it sounds like.
Oh, it is. It's a blast. And this year, we've been doing this for over 30 years. This year will be the first time we're going to have live music. So we have the Nasty Nate Band out of San Angelo. They're really good, like modern country, very entertaining. They were at our ethnic festival this year. We do a silent auction. We heavily rely on our local community, business owners, and area-wide that provide us silent auction items, and that's always a lot of fun. There's always a lot of variety.
What kind of stuff? I want to come back to the Nasty Nate Band. I started to say Nasty Band. The Nasty Nate Band. I want to come back to that because that fascinates me.
Yeah.
But what kind of silent auction items will you have?
Oh, we'll have a plethora. So we have a lot of taxidermies in town. So that was the very first donation.
Oh, okay.
This year.
So somebody will donate, like if you get a good buck and you're hunting.
Yeah,
this
deer
year.
processing.
Okay.
Yeah, so like a free deer processing, you'll see tools there and items for women, and there's just all kinds. We accept all the silent auction item donations we can get. So like I said, all of those things really help us. And then our big thing for the chamber that really draws more than the 75 miles and over is that for over 30 years now, we've sold our gun and hunter-related raffle tickets for $1. And every year as a board, we vote, do we want to keep our raffle tickets at $1? And they stay at $1. So $1 gives you a chance at several different guns. There's a deer feeder that was donated by Tractor Supply, and then our Chamber of Commerce donated a really cool Ninja cooler. So you buy your ticket, drop it in the bucket you'd like, and then you're set up. We have
All right, hold on. Let's get it on camera, TC.
Oh, yes, please.
There we
I need
go.
to set a record
There
for
we
ticket
go.
sales. All
There we
right.
go. So sign me up for 20 of your raffle tickets right there.
Hey, everybody
Now,
see that? It's another $20.
Can I trust you, though?
Oh,
Why-
100%.
How do I know? I'm going to be very suspicious if I hear that Mary Adcock won that really cool cooler. I'm going to be very suspicious about this. I want you to know.
And the cooler is what I'd go for, but since I do draw, I abstain from participating in the raffle.
So you have the big raffle, and it
Yes.
sounds like a big tradition.
It is, and that's at the end of the night. Our gun dealer's actually there.
Wait, you have to be present to win?
No, you don't.
Because unfortunately, November 1st, I'm not available. I will
Mm-hmm.
be Central South Texas on that particular evening. So I was going to say the old switcheroo if you were going to tell me I had to be present to win.
You do not have to be present to win. If you are, our gun dealer is there with all of the guns, and then he can do your background check and
cool.
everything. And if you're cleared, you can actually leave
wait.
with it that night.
I got to pass a background check?
You have to pass a background check and
Give me
be
that
over
20
21.
Give me that 20
Yeah.
back, Mary. Okay, so let's go back to the Nasty Nate band. And we may come back to the auction because I'm still fascinated if there's any other stuff. But the Nasty Nate band, you said they're from San Angelo.
Yeah,
You
they're
said they were at your ethnic celebration
at our
this
ethnic
year.
festival. Yes, they were one of our showcase bands.
What kind of ethnicity does the Nasty Nate band represent? Because that kind of got my curiosity up.
It's curious, their name, but you just have to hear them play. And we always pay extra for the fiddle players. So with their band, they're starting out. These kids
you know
are.
what? If you're going to play in Texas,
You got to have a fiddle
in the band.
You got to have a fiddle in the band. I think there's a song like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
If not, we ought to write it.
Oh, for sure. Well, we would get plagiarism for that. But we bring them. They're wonderful. They're a great group of guys. They're really good. The fiddler's awesome. The lead vocals are awesome. All of them. They play at Potosi Live a lot. So they're here around San Angelo and the Abilene area.
No, I'm halfway teasing about the name. I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah. They're really good.
So how did you decide that? Well, it wasn't you, obviously, but when did this hunter's dinner become a big deal? Because it's been established for a while, right?
Oh, yeah, for over 30 years. And you'll see the ebb and flows. It all depends on how big hunting season is, how the economy's doing. That affects a lot, turnouts at events like this. But the one thing about our Hunter's Appreciation Dinner, it's zero charge. So you don't have to pay anything to get in. The only thing that you would pay for there is if you want to support the 4-H, which I highly encourage. This is their big fundraiser for the year, and they sell an awesome barbecue plate for only $15. That's I think it's 2 meats, your sides, drink, and dessert for all of that. And it helps those kids a lot to fund all of their activities for the next year.
So let's be clear about this. You mean you could come and enjoy the festivities for nothing,
That's right.
but if you bring $15, you're going to get your barbecue plate.
Yes.
And if you bring more money, you can participate in the raffle.
That's right. So dollar raffle tickets, the silent auction. We do have local vendors and businesses that give out freebies too. I know that our hospital district will be there. 2 years ago at Hunter's Dinner, we were there doing Stop the Bleed demonstrations, which is great for hunters. So we'll be doing that again this year. And there's a lot of participation with that. So we show them, how to apply a tourniquet. And if they're out in the field or somewhere and they do have a massive bleed, how to get that shut off till they can get help. So big things like that we offer.
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know, that's a big deal.
That is.
And that's a real need, not just in the hunting community.
Oh, yeah.
But, for anybody that's going to be out and about. I had a friend in a situation many years ago that told me if he had had a pack of Quick Clot, he could have saved 3 lives.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And of course, he had the know-how, but he didn't have the equipment. So you're giving people the know-how, and then they can take the equipment out with them, and they're going to be much higher likelihood they'll survive an accident.
Right. It's going to help them. And then our banks in town are always huge supporters of the chamber, so they're always they're giving away freebies.
Free money?
Well, not free money,
Free money.
Banks can't
Free
stay
CD.
in business if they gave away all their money.
So you're telling me the banks are giving out free money? I like the sound of this, Mary. This is big.
we needed to pay for the record that I did not say that part. But yeah, they do give out freebies, but it is not green and it is not money.
So,
But
so you have Ballinger's one of those communities that's just kind of known for its spirit of collaboration, cooperation, town spirit. Why do you reckon that is? Because the Bearcats, they've always had a good tradition of football, and the community spirit there is just a big deal.
It's family. Ballinger is like how it used to be in the world. It's really family oriented, and kids still go back home to visit their parents. If they even leave Ballinger, a lot of them will go out of high school, and even they go off to college, they come back to work there. And we give scholarships, the chamber does every year. And there were one of the kids that we gave it to that's what they want to become a doctor and come back to Ballinger so they can take care of the community there. So that's what it is. They're so focused on helping each other. That family orientation, it just brings so much. They have so much pride in where they live, and you can really tell.
And that's probably kind of baked into the Hunters Appreciation Dinner, too. Just a whole lot of family history, tradition, people. You said it's been going on over 30 years.
Yes, and it's so great to see everybody. You'll see pretty much the whole Ballinger, the area-wide community coming out. It's a really huge turnout. We had several thousand people there last year, so we're expecting with live music an even bigger group to come out this year.
So how will you let me know that I win the raffle?
Well, I will personally give you a phone call.
All right. I'm going to count on that.
All right.
So you got the Hunters Dinner on November 1st, and the proceeds, remind us, go to who?
The proceeds go to chamber operations to help them for next year. Our chamber operates very lean. We only have one paid person, and that's just part-time, an office person in the office. The rest of us represent businesses, and we volunteer our time. So we give up that little bit of family time or your weekend or night time to help out and, do our duties just to help serve the community and help it be a better place to live and to bring fun into town.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you're here today authentically representing Ballinger and not getting paid nothing for doing it. I like that. That's pretty good.
That's right.
I feel even better now about my $20 raffle.
There you go.
That's good. All right, so after November 1st, you're kind of moving into Christmas in Old Ballinger, but old is spelled Olde. So I don't know. To me, it sounds like a British kind of thing, like old Ballinger, old Dickens, old something. But what is old Christmas and Old Ballinger?
Oh, it is so much fun. So we start off the morning, we line up the sidewalks with sidewalk vendors, and all of our downtown shops are open with wonderful Christmas deals, and they're really, really kicking off the Christmas season. And then starting at noon, Santa's Village opens, and that was a new addition we just started last year. So we have Abilene's Best Santa that will be there again this year.
Well, thank you so much for that compliment. I didn't know that my reputation preceded me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, he was with us last year, and he is so wonderful with the kids. It's all free, so parents can come take pictures with their kids with Santa.
This is happening the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yes, every Saturday after Thanksgiving we do this. So we all pull together the day after Thanksgiving, and you'll see us out there decorating the town. And we're lighting up Pioneer Plaza. That's where we have the event every year across the street from the courthouse. Our businesses are great. We do a lamppost decorating contest now every year. Yeah, we just started that last year, so you'll see the lamppost downtown decorated, and there's just a whole lot of Christmas spirit everywhere.
So Mary, do you go around and instruct people on the pronunciation of old? Do you say, no, you can't say old. It's Old Ballinger. You got to say it this way, or you let it slide?
Oh, I'll let it slide. As long as they come, they could say whatever they want.
All right, so you got the shopping all day, and it's festive, and there's all kind of stuff going on, but that night you've got
it gets even better. So you'll see food trucks throughout the day and different things that you can enjoy. Santa's Village is free, so we do have crafts and activities for the kids to do, and the chamber takes care of all of that. So that's our gift to the community, is providing Santa's Village. And then we close down at 5 o'clock so we can get ready for our night parade that starts at 6. And it's beautiful. You see so many creative floats. I hear that for the first time ever, our hospital district will have a float in this year's parade. with Santa on board.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think Mrs. Claus may also be with them. So,
Wow.
yeah, and we do a competition. So last year we started that. So we had even more parade entries. We have some special guests that'll be there this year with their parade entries. I mean, it's just really something to see. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And sometimes you go to a parade and you think, oh, I don't know if it's going to be good. And you're always pleased with a parade.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
fun.
It brings out the kid in everybody.
And this sounds like it's a lot of fun with a lot of good floats and
Oh, yeah.
a lot of participation from the community. So does anybody from out of town come to this, or is it just a kind of a Ballinger thing?
Oh, no, we would welcome anybody who wanted to be in the parade. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's open to the whole, we call ourselves the Ballinger Area Chamber of Commerce because we have members here in Abilene, Coleman, Brownwood, San Angelo, all over Big Country and Concho Valley.
It's fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So we talked a little bit about Ballinger's community spirit, and that's been sprinkled through the whole conversation. But I thought I would one more time address that because, and I have no idea if the Bearcats football team's doing well this year or not. I don't follow as closely as I once did the high school football scene, but I can recall years ago going to Ballinger for a football game a number of times, and man, every time you couldn't find a place to park. I mean, you're walking 15 minutes to get to the football stadium. Is it still that way? Is there still great community spirit in the city of Ballinger?
Oh, definitely. It really doesn't matter to the community if our kids didn't win any games the whole season. They're still going to be there with all of those seats filled every season supporting them. And it's really, really a great thing to see. They just had recently their Pink Out game, for breast cancer awareness this month.
How'd that go?
Oh, it was beautiful. They recognized breast cancer survivors, and they really go all out for that every year.
That's the kind of deal right there where you think, hey, that sounds neat, but boy, if it's affected you personally, it's more than just neat.
That's right.
It's a real emotional connection.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm sure being involved with the hospital, you've had a lot of experience with people that have had breast cancer, people that have been diagnosed, people that are concerned. So again, a footnote of telling us a little bit about a community that they do that every year, because not every community does that.
Yeah, they're very supportive, and it's just a wonderful. There's so many organizations there. Our Rotary Lions Club, Women's Club. We have an Andrew Carnegie Library there. It's one of the last existing ones. There are just a few left in the United States. It's actually still used as a library. So they have their own organization that raises money every year just to keep those library doors open, which can be very challenging. So that's what our chamber's here for, just so we can support all the organizations and businesses we can to get the word out where people are in need. You'll see pretty much monthly in Ballinger, somebody's raising money for something. If there's a family member that they have who's sick, or someone is diagnosed with cancer, or there was a death in the family, you'll see all these people pull together to buy a meal plate. And I mean, they'll throw it together in a weekend really quick, and you'll see a line going to that place with the community there to support. And they just show up for everything all the time.
Yeah, that's great. And of course, there's a vibrant church community in Ballinger, a bunch of different active churches. There's, as you said, a lot of the social clubs and a lot of the fraternity orders. Did I say that right? Fraternal. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Maybe you don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, there's just a big civic engagement in that town. It's just kind of neat. And you've got close to Ballinger, you've got, of course, there's a lake, Ballinger, I think it's Ballinger Lake, Lake Ballinger maybe, but you also got that huge reservoir not far away. And boy, if you love fishing, Ballinger's a great destination to go fishing, right? Because you got the, what do we call it?
Lake
the
Ivy
Reservoir?
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people stay in Ballinger to go fishing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's guides that you can hire down there that take you out and show you where to go and catch the stripers or whatever you're going to catch.
And they've been setting a lot of records lately for large bass that they're catching there. With the drought, it's really consolidated the water there. So I think it's making fishing a lot more enjoyable for people who like to catch things.
Yeah, it's funny that the drought, now I say funny, it's just how Texas is.
Yeah.
But a couple of years ago, the Ivy Reservoir was about as full as it had ever been, and it'll get that way again.
It'll get there. I grew up going there with my dad. He loved to fish for bass, so we were there every summer. And it was when we first moved to Ballinger, my husband and I. It's been almost 4 years now, and that's what I said. Oh, we got to go see Lake Ivy, and we drove out there. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what happened to Lake Ivy? So it's been really nice with the rains. You know, we had a pretty good wet summer that helped a lot, and to see those water levels start to come back up, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, and that'll be good for the deer hunting too.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, I wonder what the outlook is. I guess pretty positive. And so, well, there's so much going on, and you're in the middle of it all. Do you sometimes feel like, oh my goodness, when do I ever get rest? I'm doing too much.
Well,
I thought in Ballinger, Texas, I'd have a little downtime, but it doesn't sound like it.
No, we like to have fun there,
Yeah.
but we all serve our term limit. So this is my year as chair and president, and then I'm up at the end of this year. So next year it's more of like an advisory role just to help guide the new directors and hopefully new president. As of this moment, we do not have someone in line to be the new president to take my role next year. So that's what we are on the hunt for. So Ballinger, if you're listening, come on down to the chamber and sign up.
I like it. So, how do we wrap this up? I guess we've talked a little bit about the November 1st dinner for the hunters. And that's a big deal. We've talked a little bit about the Saturday after Thanksgiving, the Christmas and Old Day Ballinger, but that's an all-day event, and then the parade that night. Next year, you got anything big on the horizon going to happen? Because I think you do an annual deal for the hospital and all of that too, right?
Yeah, so our big fundraiser for our Hospital Health Foundation is coming up next March 21st, the 2026. It's going to be in Rowena this year, and that's always a big one. This will be our fourth Boots and Bling Gala, so that's always a lot of fun. Another thing that the community can come out and support. It's a small hospital district, in a small town, but we're really thriving there and doing well for our community, so much so that we're wearing out our ambulances. So we currently have 3 in our fleet. As KTAB knows, you were one of our sponsors for our last gala, which helped us to raise the funds we needed to add a new ambulance, which was our 3rd.
And you raised a whopping amount of money.
Yeah, $65,000. That's huge that the Health Foundation was able to give to the hospital district towards that ambulance purchase.
And so you're going to do another ambulance. That's your goal.
Yes, because our other 2 are from 2017. And like I said, we stay so busy, they're almost always in the shop. So to be able to have 2 reliable new ones that we can continue to serve, because we are the emergency medical system, the EMS for the Ballinger area.
Yeah, and maybe never before have our rural hospitals and smaller town hospitals and smaller district hospitals been in need of community support. Because,
That's right.
Man, they're the backbone of the community in so many ways.
And I think a lot of people saw that through COVID, that helped you see the importance of being able to have your 911 services there, to be able to have a hospital there where you're not having to travel so sick to go somewhere. But it's always been like that. Unfortunately, there are a lot of rural hospitals that struggle and have to close. And I've been very proud of ours that we've worked hard. We have an excellent CEO and CFO and administration that keeps us doing great. We have wonderful providers and nurses. And then, as everybody knows, you don't ever see them, but in the non-medical staff, all those office people that keep everything running. So we have a great team with our hospital, our clinic, our own pharmacy, our rehabilitation center, and they really work hard together to take care of our community.
So, Mary, let me throw it at you this way as we wrap up. If you wanted people watching and listening to the podcast to just take away one thing about Ballinger, what would it be?
Family. It's important. Take a lesson from Ballinger and go back to your roots. Give your mom or dad a call and just let them say, hi, I love you, even if you don't have much time outside of that. Call up your kids if they're grown. Visit with your grandkids. Just take that time with your family.
And then looking forward, look, way out, 10, 20 years from now, what would you like to see going on in Ballinger?
Oh, I would love to see them be able to start doing some economic development and really investing in the town and just to see it grow. I would love to see it at least double in size in 10 years for people to want to come there and want to live there and want to be a part of the community.
Well, it's a neat place to be from. It's a neat place to to get to work, as I'm sure you appreciate. Sounds like it's going to be a neat place to be on November 1st.
It'll be lots of fun.
That's a
5 to
Saturday.
9:30 Saturday night, and we look forward to seeing everybody there.
And a pretty neat deal that Saturday after Thanksgiving. What's that, the 29th?
The 29th of November, and I have to say that's my favorite. Christmas is my favorite time of year, so that day is just so much fun.
Yeah.
We really have a blast.
Yeah. Well, great. Thanks for coming.
Well, thank you for having me here.
What a pleasure. And want people to know that you can reciprocate with my $20 and just look up on, you know what, let's make sure we say that. Where can people find information about all of this?
We have a Facebook page, so they can find us on our Ballinger Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page.
And they could reach out to you and say, I'd like to get in that raffle, right?
They sure can. I'm the one on the Facebook page, so just contact me there, and I'll get those tickets to you.
Although I will say, as somebody who's participating in that dollar raffle, that having made my donation, I'd appreciate it if very few people did, because I'd really like my chances to be higher. But, I know that's not what you want to hear. You'd like more and more people, but I'm kind of invested in this now. I expect to get a call. I want that cooler.
I hope you win it.
We need a lot of people to participate. And I'm sure that you would love it if tens and 20s of thousands of people participated.
For sure. I have 20,000 tickets printed, and if I can sell all 20,000 and do great on our silent auction, our board of directors, they work hard all year to make this happen. It would be so great to give that to them, but most importantly to our community.
All right, well, you heard it here, folks, on Big Country Conversations. Mary Adcock's our guest today from the Ballinger Area Chamber of Commerce. And as she also said, from the hospital there, a lot of folks are just blessed by everything going on in Ballinger, not just the Ballinger folks, but the whole area. And I know that a lot of folks are highly interested in that hunting deal going on November 1st and the Christmas going on Saturday, November 29th. That's a pretty fun deal. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
And
me.
wish you the best. Best of luck in all of this. And we thank you for being here with us on Big Country Conversations today. And a big shout out to our ace producer, Travis Corrigan, who I think I'm going to send down to Ballinger for the hunting dinner. And I'm going to get a good report, because I can say I don't think I can be there that particular evening. But I'm going to send Travis down there and see if we can't, have a little fun down there and see if we can't put a little luck into that raffle. But you look Mary up on the Facebook page, and you get down there to Ballinger and you enjoy all the festivities as well. Thank you, and we'll see you next time with another interesting guest bringing you some good going on in the big country here on Big Country Conversations, our podcast on bigcountryhomepage.com. I'm your host, Danny Sims. Thanks for joining us.